What's up, guys? Welcome back to Keto Rewind. I'm Jess and I have Dad back giving a update on our alternate day fasting. So it's been a month since we started an alternate day fasting routine, and this video will be that month at a glance and how much weight we lost and our thoughts. But first things first, I want to mention we are not doctors, we're not health experts, we're not medical professionals. This channel is based off of my own experience rewinding my health from a morbidly obese weight to a healthy weight, and a few of my dad's little pops here and there of his experience. And then also, if you're new here, please consider hitting that subscribe button down below if you want to see more videos like this. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about alternate day fasting. Do you want to start with your,
Sure.
like what you lost, what you started at, what you lost, and your thoughts?
I lost a total of 12 for the month, 2 for this week.
And his goal was 11. If you
Yes.
remember back, I'll link that old video right here. Goal was 11, smashed it and got a 12.
Right?
So
We did a couple different kinds of alternate day fasting. I put my foot down at first and said no weekends.
no weekends.
But
the last week?
we found after doing that for a couple weeks, it's really hard to get back on the wagon after you've not fasted all weekend. So to make our lives a little easier, we went to every other day, no matter what day it is, just every other day. We do a 40-hour fast, and then we eat 2 meals, and then we start right in on another 40-hour fast. So that works much better because it's easier to keep your head in the game. It also, now that we've done it for a month, we're experienced, so when I get hungry, Jess asked me what my level of hunger was. Well, I don't think the level changes. I think you're still hungry when you're hungry, but what you know what to do after a month is you know how to deal with it.
Yes.
You know to go get a water or make a coffee.
It will pass.
Have that, and in 10 minutes you're right back to where you were. So knowing that education is probably the best part of what we learned this month.
Yeah, so just being experienced in it each week, being prepared because you had the previous week's experience, and once you get to, weeks 4 and 5 of this month, I felt like I had it in the bag. Like I knew what was going to happen, I knew what to expect, and I knew how to adjust my sail and keep sailing. So
the big plus for me was, lower overall blood sugar all the time from the fasting. And I think that's huge.
And very stable too. Like it's not, before it would be kind of like all over the place, still within the normal range, but still all over the place. It was like consistently in like the 80s. And that for you is like fantastic.
Right.
I mean, especially, you didn't eat like this your whole life. So,
No, I didn't.
The more insulin resistant you are, the older you are, it just makes it so much more hard to come back from that. But you can. And that's what we're learning here. But for me, I started the month off at 199, and today I weighed in at 189.0. I was really hoping my timer, the Zero app that I'm using, we've completed the 40-hour fast. I was hoping I'd be 188 by then, but that's okay. We're gonna go with it, 189.0, which puts me at a 10-pound loss for the month. And my goal was 11, but hey, I'll take 10. So going forward in next month, I'm going to go for 10 pounds next month. And what do you want to do?
I'll shoot for another 10.
Another 10? So both of us dedicating it right now. If you want to comment below what your May goal is, comment below, voice it, say it, make it real. And it doesn't have to be weight related. It can be maybe you just want to try some fasting. Maybe, you just want to have one day of the week that you fast, or you just have a goal in mind you want to do. Like a pair of pants you have been trying to zip up. Something real, it doesn't have to be fancy. Just you do you. And then the next thing is I'm going to post on the screen right here our schedule for alternate day fasting for the month of May. And we're literally going to do every other day for the month of May. So we can compare that once we have a whole month under our belt. Maybe, what method for us worked, whether we did it the original alternate day schedule of April or the new alternate day fasting schedule of May. So I'm posting that here below. If you want a PDF or a copy of it, I'll pop it on my website with a link below. KetoRewind.com if it's easier to download it that way, or just take a screenshot, whichever works. And the last thing I wanted to tell you is I have a lot of questions about what app we're using to track the fasting. We're using an app called Zero. Let me get this, hold on. So right here you can see, if I can get the screenshot to work, you can see I'm now 40 hours and 43 minutes into my fast. It's really cool because it will show you the countdown timer. You can see how long you have to go. It saves them all. So it's a cool app and it's free. So check out Zero. We're not affiliated at all. It's just what we use. And a couple people have commented, how do I get 40 hours if I'm only fasting for a day? Well, I stopped eating on 8 o'clock p.m. the previous night before. So
Let's just say Tuesday. We stop eating Tuesday at 8. We finish our dinner at 8 p.m., get the dishes cleaned up. Yeah. And that's it. We don't have any more snacks.
Shut down.
No more anything. So the next morning when we wake up, we have our coffee, black coffee, some water during the day, maybe a tea.
Sparkling water.
Nothing else the rest of that day. Then the next day, we don't eat until noontime. So that gives us the total of 40 hours.
Yeah, so if you account the sleep the night from Tuesday all the way to the following Thursday at lunch when you resume eating, that's 40 hours. But the cool thing is if you use the app, it'll calculate the hours for you. You might be fasting more than you think. So,
but you get credit for that sleep time. That is awesome.
A lot of the fasting time is sleeping time. So if you don't know that already, you fast every day. It's when you're sleeping. That's why we don't die when we sleep. You know, it's like our body is used to it. So, but you just want to build up. And I'll leave you with some final thoughts as advice to you. It gets easier if you're fat adapted to begin with. So I would not just jump right in. I would do keto for a week or two, get fat adapted, gently go in. And if you want to try another way, you can just shave off an hour on each end of your eating window gradually, and until that eating window is smaller, and then you're fasting longer and you get adjusted to it. So play around with it, and then fasting, you can put it any way you want. You don't have to follow one way. There's OMAD, there's 2MAD, which we're basically doing 2MAD, which is 2 meals a day. OMAD is 1 meal a day. There's 16-8, there's 23-1, there's so many. So find one that maybe interests you or fits in your schedule and make it work for you. Or customize your own schedule. You know, if you work late or something, I mean, just make it work in your schedule. That's the coolest part of it. So I guess that's it overall.
One more thing. We're leaving hopefully this month, the 3rd week of this month, to go back home. And so driving for a week in the motorhome, I'm still going to continue to do the intermittent fasting. It's going to be difficult because we're used to going along for an hour or two and then maybe having a snack.
Yeah, so, it's very challenging road trips.
And it passes the time that you sit there in the driver's seat. Yeah, so it's going to be very challenging. I'm going to have to stock up on iced tea and coffee and waters and make sure that I've got something to put in my app in between.
Yeah, I've heard of dry fasting. That's a new thing I just saw the other day. I'm like, what is this dry fasting? That's where you don't even drink for like 2 days. Like, whoa, that's crazy. So there's lots of different ways to do fasting.
But I will report to Jess on how I make out on our trip home.
So
we plan on taking a whole week, so it'll be very interesting.
So, we'll have lots of good updates coming for the next month's results of alternate day fasting. And I guess overall quick summary, you lost 12 pounds, I lost 10 pounds. And that's pretty awesome. I mean, at this point in our journeys, we're not far away from our goal weight. So it works, I guess is the best part. And it was easier, I think, it was more of a mental challenge than actually anything. So, and it's something else to focus on right now while the world is like this. So that's a good thing. So focus on you, you do you, and rock it. So I'm Jess.
I'm Dad.
I'm Dad. Say bye to Dad, and we'll see you at the next video. Week 64 of the weigh-in. So bye-bye. I'm Jess, and you're watching Keto Rewind.